Amazing risings in the land of the living. Checking in. This is a test video. I put out some test posts today as well. All praise to the creator that happens in the earth for another day of abundance, wealth, greatness, growth, favor, loving kindness, compassion, just giving thanks for all of it and vowing to not ever forget all the benefits the Almighty bestows. Truly it's abundant. So I'm going to be short with this here at the farm on the land, wrapping it up for the day. All right. And a lot of y'all was telling me you're not getting the notifications. I mean, so many people, you know what I mean? And I'm just putting out all these videos of different things today just to alert those who really are tapped in with growing. We have to grow, we have to build. And I'm going to continue to remind us all of that every day. And so most likely this video will be left for the members only. And regardless if you're not a member and you're seeing this right now, if you would like to build with us, you can go to IamJoyfullyFree.com and leave your email. I'll be sending out an email this week to let you know how you can connect. All right. So I am, like I said, here on the land wrapping up for the day. And we got these okra. So okra is such an amazing creation of the Most High. And we got a little bit of pests going on here. So we'll have to do a couple of things. And one thing about okra, shalom, shalom in the land of the living. You hear me? What's happening? You already know what time it is. So okra is amazing because once this plant starts to be fruitful, these okra literally like grow overnight. And you want it to be, I gotta get my knife sharper. You want these to be about 2 to 4 inches so that they are, most edible like that, because the longer they get, the harder they are, right? And you can still eat them. Let's grow. That's the energy. Yeah, so the longer they get, they're still edible. They're just hard, all right? So you want to get them at about 2 to 4 inches. And I say that to say to the people that will watch this, let me tell you, people look at your life and feel like you should have been accomplished something or should have been here, da 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 da. Let me tell you, you growing with the Most High, right? And we in a season where we have put away all the excuses. Oh, well, I was tired, or I didn't know, or I was afraid, or da 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 da. Da. No, we gonna only be strong and we are only strong and very courageous if we put that on our power, because that's the only way we will succeed. You hear me? So with that being said, with this, and it's just like the bamboo. However, I'm speaking on the okra right now, because we have another plant out there outside, and that thing got so high and so big, and it wasn't even producing any okra. And we like, yo, where this okra at? And another one of our farmer family said, you know, sometimes it takes that moment, and it's growing, and nothing is on it. And once it starts being fruitful, it's not going to stop. And that's just what I know for my life, and that's what I know for our lives. For those of us who trust in the Almighty alone, I'm telling you, it's busting out in this season, in this time. The Most High, when you look at all the stories, let me tell you something. When you look at all the stories that you see of the righteous men and women that are used by the Most High in such a way, in a very personal and individual way, people are used in order to bring esteem to the Most High name. And you got to know that for your life. So keep growing. That's it. That's it. This is just a test video, like I said, to the members only. brothers and sisters out there. We have over 38 members in the members section. 38. All praise to the Most High for all of y'all that said, all right, brother, I want to tap in on a greater level with you. I done been here, you know what I mean? I see what's going on. I already know what time it is. The whole point of coming together in community, it's beyond internet. I say this all the time. I got to always continue to say this, right? Because clarity is clear communication. That's important. And so it's bigger than this. We get off of YouTube and we discuss other things outside of YouTube, right? YouTube is for posted videos, right? And praise the Most High, YouTube is how many of you have found me, right? So it's all good. We'll use the internet for what we use it for. However, behind the scenes, we are continuing to build what will outlast this corrupt system that is falling, right? And we are the ones to bring it down, all right? So as we rise, this system comes down, all right? So it's so much to share, and what you had to contribute is important, you know. And I was, let me know if y'all can hear me. I got a phone call. Who's calling me? Okay, so can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Then I'm about to wrap this up because I got to head out. It's time to go work out. I usually like to get in the workout earlier in the rise. However, I've been coming here six days out of the 7-day cycle, and it's so empowering. You know what I mean? Go out here, connect with the Most High through nature, seeding, planting, growing, receiving for the day, and then go. So that's a more of a soulful type of thing and connection. Y'all can hear me? Okay, yeah. And then going to work out. And that's like physical. That's straight tool. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. So a good farming one-on-one connection, Most High, quiet. I don't have nothing planned. Just quiet nature. Boom. And then get that workout in, feel that pain for the day. You know what I mean? Because we're warriors. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We about that life. All right? Because how you know you ain't going to be one of the ones in that number that the Most High going to do the thing when the thing happen? You don't know that. You don't know if you the one that's going to be there putting the flight one and two, putting the flight the thousands. You don't know. Like they say, King David killed more than Saul did. You hear me? So you don't know, all right? So what I be seeing my brothers out there, I seen this young brother on the internet. He like 22. The brother he go from doing a backflip to doing the handstand to doing the backflip again. I'm like, yo, this what they really afraid of. That's what they afraid of. We out here gardening, super strong, mentally, physically, only strong and very courageous, and trusted in the Most High. So if y'all really about that life, and we can do meditations, and we can do and get into the sound healing, all of that, and the frequencies and all of that. Of course, that's what I do. You know what I mean? And even beyond that, we can start. We can build on. Okay, how can you be growing where you at? Should be at least growing some cilantro, growing some oregano. You should be at least growing something. And even house plants. I love house plants. You should at least have a house plant. That's good for the oxygen. You know what I mean? That's in your space. All right. So we connect with nature because nature connects us to the Most High. That's just it. That's why we are. That's why everything in nature was created before us. Like nature is literally the what it's the path that connects us. So they've taken us away from nature and they make that seem like it's okay. That's why I don't like a whole bunch of technological stuff. That's why I don't even like auto-tune. And I'm from Dayton, Ohio, where auto-tune Roger Troutman, Zap, Computer Love. I'm from that. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. A whole genre of music was created where I'm from. That's in my DNA. You hear me? At the same time, how it's used now versus how it was used, that's two different things. So that's not natural. Regardless, auto-tune is not natural. Regardless. So a lot of stuff is not natural. The whole point is that's what we building on, right? Brothers and sisters reach out talking about they got all this land. Well, we got people that can work on the land. We got people, come on, right? So this is an active uprising. That's why it's elevating greatness with Prince David. This is an active uprising. I've been about that life all these years. Now, in my 30s, now I know how to connect it. Because if I would have knew what I knew now, if I would have knew at 23, 10 years ago, what I know now, you, come on, it would have been way, way, way beyond. And that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, suddenly the Most High is overflowing the cup. And that's just it. So, how you can, somebody asks how they can, you from Dayton, Ohio? Let's grow. Gem City. You better know it. Come on. Ohio. Let me tell you something about Ohio. Ohio is the heart of the country for a reason. What are you talking about? Huh? I'll talk about that in another video. So, like, I done lived all over the world. Mexico, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Africa. I'm from Ohio, though. You hear me? That part right there. So, you know, lived in LA, lived in New York City, lived in Georgia, lived in the A, Florida, Texas. And shout out to my people in all those places. You hear me? So that's how you could connect. Leave your email at I am joyfully free. So you can join the membership. We got 38 brothers and sisters that said, you know, I'm a join the membership. YouTube do take some of the money. That's why the ultimate thing is like, let's say these 38 people that join the YouTube membership is about that life, right? Because I'm gonna speak that life. So they about that life, and we figure out a way to say, all right, we do real people out of 20,000 people that's ready. So y'all the 38 people that's ready, you can stop paying the membership and we can just get to building the building and what we doing. That's the whole point. It's not for you to continue to have to pay this money a month and da. I mean, it's cool because you wealthy, so you not pressed off of $10 a month or $3. It's not nothing to you. And when we get on here, you got the membership by your name. That's cool. That's a vibe. You know what I mean? It's lit, right? The bigger picture though, that's not the bigger picture. Because YouTube, like I said, is still taking the money. So how do we put our money together where YouTube don't get nothing? That's why YouTube don't be wanting to push these videos. And plus, AI, YouTube is hooked up to Gemini. I'm going to speak the facts. I'm going to speak the truth. YouTube is using their AI, which is Gemini. Gemini is YouTube's AI, and YouTube knows everything that people are saying. Everything that I'm saying right now, YouTube algorithm knows it. I'm telling you that we the ones that's gonna bring this system down. That's what I'm telling you. So they afraid for that to go 1,000,000 views, right? But it don't gotta go 1,000,000 views because guess what? I'm gonna be out here with my people. And so 38 people is enough to spread the word. You spread the word where you at, I spread the word where I'm at. That's enough people. That's enough people. What you mean? Come on, okay. Yeah, I've been to Oklahoma City before. Let me see what you're saying. Are you going to be selling? Yes, absolutely. So we do have a portion that's for cash crops. You know what I mean? We do have that, and then we have a portion that's sustenance. You know what I mean? Because you can grow enough. I mean, you already know this. I'm just saying it. You can grow enough in abundance to make money and to eat, even if it's $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like that you can make money off of, and then all the rest of that you can eat. So that's what we learned in our farming courses. We did learn, it's a particular name for it. You know, they have like these different subscriptions that you could get from your local farmers and stuff like that, where you could get a fruit box or a food box every month and stuff like that, and the things that are in season. So yeah, those are different ways to make it happen. And like, it's so liberating. Let me walk from here because I think I got all the okra. Like I said, these okra, you want these to be 2 to 4 inches. This one's a little bit longer. However, we had some pests on here that we'll have to get rid of. And you learn all of those things, and that really teaches you about life. Like, I'm telling you, like, I could go for days about this. Farming is so powerful how it connects us. That's why our calendar is connected to the seasons. Like, it's an agricultural calendar. You hear me? Like, the feast this time and the harvest and this is blossoming. And so it teaches you so much about, how to deal with life. There will be pests that come, that are people that come and want to get close to you. and you have to eliminate them, especially when you see that they're like, when pests first come, they probably like on a little solo type, you know, like da 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 da. But then now they inviting everybody, and then it's like, hold up, you got a pest outbreak, and that's an issue. That's a problem. You know what I mean? So you got to eliminate stuff. You got to eliminate the weeds. You got to eliminate all that type of stuff. So like I said, I'm about to leave here for the ride. So within community, it's not just, you know, songs and heart music. No, it's way more than that, right? And it's just realizing that about all of us. Like, you're way more than just one one aspect of the Creator's goodness in the land of the living. You're not just a warrior. You not just a chef. You're not just a healer. You're not just a prophet. You're not just one thing. You are many things. All right, and most importantly, you are loved with the everlasting love. And when we do the things that when we are authentically who we are supposed to be every day, we always operate in that love and that integrity. That's what keeps us, our mind stayed on thee. So the whole idea of Christ's insanity is, oh, you fall, and Paul talking about he can't do what he want to do, he can't do. That ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. It really don't. I was talking to somebody the other day that talked about they did something that made them feel ashamed. Let me tell you something. When you stay in the love of the Most High, whether it's through financial situations, whether it's through relationships situations, whatever, mental, personal situations, when you stay on your mind on thee, you can't go back to doing the things that bring you shame, because there's no shame in trusting in the Creator. That's just straight up like that. Greatest rises, what's happening? Oh yeah, companion plant, absolutely. Like basil, this is why you companion plant. Like basil protect the tomato plant, dill plant protect the cucumber. Exactly. And then even that's the powerful thing. So like when you building in the community, when you are have companion people to grow with, right, that are compatible, that protect you from the things that would used to try to come up with you. Like, you people feeling lonely. Well, I'm growing in companionship with people who keep their mind on the Most High. So I don't feel alone. I don't have to, because I know that I'm connected with the Creator. First off, second off, last off. I'm connected with the Creator, and then on with that, I'm connected with my brothers and sisters that's making waves out here. What do you mean? What are we talking about? So, like I said, it's not just to chat. No, it's to link up. So, yeah, we can link up outside the country. People, they got a passport. Yeah, we can make these moves, da 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 da. But we can link up and make things happen on a scale beyond all of this. You hear me? So, of course, that takes seeing where people at, da 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 da, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? And making it happen. So the fall is upon us. The fall comes in September, right? So we planning to do other things as well before it really gets cold and stuff like that. All right. So, and yeah, you said a treasure from darkness said your son ain't on the same page. I get it. That's not the best news to hear. However, you take advantage. You know, you got to just see what's going on within your community. I know a lot of places have different resources for people to get engaged in urban gardening, farming, and different stuff like that. So focus on what you can focus on in your area, you know, unless you just isolate it somewhere that nothing exists, which some people are. Use what you can and do what you got to do, because even in doing it alone, you're not alone. You know what I mean? You're not alone. So stay focused on that. That's what I've been focusing on the people that actually show up. You know what I mean? So that's why I've been on here, because I was really, like I told y'all, I was at the point where I was about to be cool. Like, all right, I'm gonna have to move on. You know what I mean? And I'm still moving on, and I just got a better sense of how to move on in the best way possible. You feel me? So that's how that goes. So, all right, family, we at the 20-minute mark. I'm about to get out here. I gotta go work out. And once again, if you did see this message, I'll probably leave it 24. I'll probably leave it public for 24 hours. Then I'll make it private. So if you are seeing this publicly and you're not a member, you had that choice. I already explained what the purpose of that is, right? And but as far as the app that we are using right now, for the time being, the thing about being a member is being able to contribute in that space in a certain aspect. And when I open it to the public, it'll be more so a view only type of thing where you can really only view the things that we are putting in there, right? And all of these methods are once again to just establish, vet people, who's who, different stuff like that, because we are only collaborating and connecting with the right people. All right. What's going on in the land of the living? Salamah, shalom. My people say shalom, all those different things, even though that's not really the most correct. I still love y'all though. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it through. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna say whatever is the right, we're gonna say it. We're gonna figure it out. All right. So that is what it is. And shout out to our brother. And that's the thing about community. Our brother shared a voice memo in the community today about what experience that he had, and it's powerful. You never know what people really go through to show up. Like what you never know what people go through to show up on their best behavior. Like you don't know. But how you gonna know if you don't share? And that don't take for you. Everybody doesn't have to start a YouTube. Everybody doesn't have to be a content creator. That's not what it's about. You just have to show up in the capacity that you created to show up. That's how you'll continue to be an impact. And you gotta it's about connecting with your people. That's just it, right? Because what good is it if it's not your own? All right, for us, by us. Y'all know how we go, FUBU. All right. So have a most amazing day. Like I always say, you deserve it. You deserve the best. If you haven't heard, the new 7 EP is now streaming on SoundCloud. Check it out. If you're on Instagram, I got a lot of videos on there. I haven't put any on YouTube. I just did that for a reason, though. I wanted to continue to share in a broader space too, where it can reach people who don't necessarily keep the Shabbat and those different type of things like that. So I still may post a couple of them on YouTube. In the meantime, they on Instagram, and we're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to flourish, and of course, there's so much more new songs coming out. Those 7 songs are just like songs that I just had to put out right now to communicate a certain message, right? And so I plan on releasing some more soon, all right? And all praise to the creator of the heavens and the earth and nobody else. And it's just that simple. So y'all have the greatest day possible, and know that the Most High is with you, for you. And for the people who deny that the creator is within them, then that's a personal problem, right? I know the power that moves in me, that gives me this breath. Because when I leave, guess what this breath is going to do? Go back to the one that gave it. All praises to the Most High only. You hear me? And I'll see y'all on the next one. All right. Shalom, shalom. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I said it. I am joyfullyfree.com. If you haven't, go put in your email address if you want to connect and build. All right. Shalom. All love to you, a treasure from darkness, and we glad to have you here and everyone who comes into this space. So let's build, y'all. Let's make it happen. We can do anything we put our mind to, and we commit our works to the Most High. He establishes our thoughts. That's the bottom line. Shalom, shalom.